Hey guys, it's DDD. I don't know if I should say good morning or announce the date because, honey, I realized the last time I did my last episode for the podcast, I had kind of said, oh, it's June 2nd. Like I did all these introductions and pleasantries, honey, just to find out or realize that I ended up uploading the episode way later. So I just feel like I don't want to go through all that extra shit about saying what day it is and good morning. No, I just think sometimes when I say, hey, it's DDD, do my little intro, it's a little weird to just jump right into the topic. So it makes me want to give like just a couple other things to say besides just the intro. So I'll be just thinking like, hey, I need to say, good morning or how's everyone doing? But whatever. I'm thinking too fucking hard. It's fine. Basically, obviously, I'm back. You hear my voice. You see another upload. I'm back. Okay, with another podcast episode. So now this is episode number 4. Episode number 1, I introduced myself, told you guys a tad about me, kind of just let you guys know what my intentions or overall idea was for the podcast as far as just like me wanting to express myself, vent, and have whoever listens get to know me a bit. And hopefully build an audience off of that in due time. Because one thing about me, I'm a stubborn person and I'm a pretty consistent mother effer. So even if I stop one thing and start another, I'm always pretty persistent about my goals as far as like wanting to just build an audience or test my potential and see where things go. And then I also end up coming back to things that I did before. So like even with this channel, it's like, this is the wrestling channel and I'm still on the wrestling, but I'm just trying to expand. So, all right, fine. So I'm not repeating myself or getting into all that. Well, let's get into what this video is about because I'm already wasting 2 minutes. All right. So in this video, we're still obviously in Pride Month. It's June. So no matter what, I know I can at least acknowledge that. I've already said Happy Pride Month a couple of times in my past couple videos, but no one's watching them. So I'll say it again. Happy Pride Month to everyone who does watch and listen. So, in this episode now, what I want to discuss, because I did say that I was going to kind of stick with the LGBT vibe. I talked about how I felt about straight men commenting on the gay community, even other gay men commenting on other gay men, like the masculine ones or the tops, the ones who, for whatever fucking delusional ass reason, think that they're better, despite the fact that, like, ultimately, bitch, you're still gay or like whatever. And then I talked about how I felt about women and how they can have preconceived notions or stereotypes and disrespect gay men in the community, right? And they don't take accountability for it and they gaslight us and then just turn around and say, well, you're jealous of all of us. Like, no, gay men are not wrong in every interaction they have with a woman. Like we need to stop that narrative. But today, what I want to discuss today is other gay men again, but this time not in the way that I did the first time when I was talking about how I don't appreciate, how some of them try to create this fake ass hierarchy and, like I said earlier, act like they're better than some other gay men. But I want to have a deeper conversation now about the issues that I have when it comes to other gay men. And there's a couple. So one issue that I would say I have with other gay men in the community in general is the stereotypes. And when I say the stereotypes, like, don't get it fucked up. Like, I don't like the stereotypes all the way around. Like let me break down what I mean by that. Okay. So what I mean is the straight community already has stereotypes when it comes to the gay community, right? They already believe in certain ideas. They already just assume certain things based on what they've been told, saw, or history, whatever. But they don't have a full or educated understanding that we are a big community of men, people, whatever, and all of us are not the same, right? So we already have to deal with stereotypes from the straight community, right? So I'm saying I don't like those. I don't appreciate that. So that's what I mean when I say all the way around, right? We already have to deal with that, and that's something that's annoying. But what annoys me personally is when gay men tend to live up to those stereotypes, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's bad enough we already deal with these things. And I'm not saying that people can't do what they want to do, live their lives, have fun. You don't have to give a fuck what anybody thinks, right? But sometimes that's not always the point. It's like you still need to be responsible, you know what I'm saying, and care for yourself and your image to a degree, or like whatever the fuck you got going on. It's like you shouldn't just be living your life recklessly and then trying to clutch your pearls when somebody judges you, because it's just like you're out here doing whatever. And then bitches like that, they tend to judge other people too. But it's like, sis, your whole life is a mess. So my whole thing is, let's get into it. So like I said, when it comes to stereotypes, there's certain things. Like I feel like when it comes to gay men, right, I would say the number one stereotype is that, they expect us to all catch AIDS eventually, right? Now, obviously, that's one of the more, I guess you could say, broader stereotypes. And I mean, there's nothing we can really do about that, because it's like, people look at HIV and AIDS as like the gay disease, even though straight people get it all the fucking time. But they always love to go back to the origin story and, it started with us and whatever. So that's going to be a stigma that I feel like is hard to shake overall. Or maybe that's a stigma that will like lessen as the generations go, because I feel like that's more of an old school mentality or an old school thing to assume that AIDS or HIV is like the gay disease. So, that's one big stereotype. Diseases in general, I feel like people kind of they look at gay men and they assume that we're like all dirty or like we all must have something, because they feel like our sex, our lifestyle, everything is just unclean, right? So the thing is, right, I'm saying that to get back to the point of how I feel like gay men add to stereotypes, or they don't make anything worse. I mean, they don't make anything better, right? I feel like as a gay man, now what I will say is, yes, the whole AIDS thing is a stereotype, but at the same time, it is also a real thing. It's a real statistic. It is something that does truly impact and affect our community, right? So with that being said, where I get annoyed with the gay men in this instance is how I feel like they live up to the stereotypes by having sex irresponsibly. It's like I said, again, no one's telling you that you can't have hookups. No one's telling you that you can't live your life. But it's like, if you're going to live your life like that or carry on a certain way, you should be responsible. Like, you should be wearing condoms, taking PrEP, doing whatever you need to do to protect yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of just unprotected sex. There's a lot of just loose. I just feel like it's very normalized in gay culture to be promiscuous, especially as a man. And I just feel like that mentality, that lifestyle, all that clubbing, the orgies, all that bullshit, that is why people have the perceptions that they do of the gay community, and they think that we don't care about shit but having sex. Like, they just think we're a bunch of sex toys, like just like always hot and ready. And I just feel like, yeah, that is some of the gay men, but I just feel like I don't like that that's a stereotype of our community. And I feel like so many of y'all live up to that. And this is why people assume that we're all the same fucking way. And it's like, I do take pride, and I'm not saying that I'm better than any fucking body. Let's be clear. And I also know that I'm not the only gay boy who lives my life a certain way. So no one's trying to make themselves sound special. I'm just making the point that I think there needs to be more gay men who are not stereotypes, because it's fucking annoying. I'm saying when it comes to that. Now, some people may bring up the whole femininity thing too, and maybe that's where masculine men, they like to argue their little point. But I already discussed how I felt about that and why I felt like that was bullshit. I'm talking about my point now. I think that this point stands way stronger, bitch. You're talking about somebody's personality or characteristic trait. I'm talking about safety and health, bitch. So fuck the stupid shit you talking about just because you don't like that somebody got a broken wrist, bitch. That's none of your business. What people do with their sexual lives ain't none of my business either. But this can potentially save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So... and that's what it's about. Now, let's talk about the other issue that I have in the gay community because, again, I only have a certain amount of time and I want to make sure I get it in. So now another major issue that I have in the gay community is the whole fake Mean Girls act, right? So there's a lot of miserable and unhealed gay men in the community who, when they run into other gay men, they're very catty, very nasty, very ignorant, okay? And they have this thing where they like to openly say they don't like other gay men. Now, I'm going to tell you something, right? When I run into another gay man or when I hear about another gay man saying that he does not like other gay men, I already automatically know there's something wrong with that gay man because it's like, how the fuck are you gonna be a gay man and have the nerve to turn around and say you don't like other gay men? What, you don't like yourself? It's like, what are you saying for real? Because it's like, let's be clear. I've made comments similar to that. I've never said, I've never said, I just don't like gay men. Like, I don't like other gay men. I can't do it. Like, that's never been my attitude. If anything, I've just always been honest and I've spoken authentically to my experiences. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've just always been real, like, hey, listen, whenever I run into them, you know, they be having these weird ass attitudes and dispositions. Like, I don't know why. I never cared, but honey, that's just always been the tea. But I feel like there's a couple of gay men I've heard or I've ran into who I've heard have made these statements like, oh, I don't like other gay men. I don't like other F-bombs and da-da-da-da-da. For what though? Like, if you don't know them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you know, I'll list excuses too. Like, I'll say, you know, oh, they can be messy, this. But I feel like they'll say that too. But it's like, no, a lot of times they turn around and they be the messy gay. So I just feel like it'd be a lot of unnecessary tension, a lot of unnecessary pettiness and feuds, all because bitches want to feel like they're better than the next gay man. And I feel like that shit is very childish, very stupid. And I feel like when gay men act like that to other gay men, it says way more about them than it does the person that they're choosing to have the tension with. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of them don't realize that. Like, they're not intelligent enough to realize that. You get what I'm saying? It's like they just be, you know, they're like bird-brained. Like, I hate to say it like that, but I honestly feel like mean girl, gay type of men are like birds, like a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they have that small-minded mentality of like, oh, I'm better than you. Like, I gotta be better than you. It's like, bitch, what are you even competing with me for? When it's like, in all reality, we should be united against the straight community because, bitch, that's the real enemy. Those are the ones who are trying to hold us back. But you got gay men holding each other back, wanting to be crabs in a fucking barrel because they think that they're more fabulous than the next one. And it's like, bitch, in all reality, the world hates us, bitch. The world hates all of us. It's strength in numbers, bitch. It's like, where do you think you going? Kicking your next gay brother down. Where do you think that's going to get you? It's just like, I don't think some of them be understanding the bigger picture. It's like they'd rather indulge in pettiness or like, you know, live their lives in a very low life, negative type of way. But, you know, you can't control how people choose to live their lives or, you know, express themselves in that manner. You know, it just is what it is. But I just wanted to slide through real quick to share some thoughts in regards to that. So yeah, I'm gonna upload this next. This will be the 4th episode, and see you guys whenever I'm back. Bye.